Hello guys, welcome back to Code and Test Azure Fundamental series. This is the fourth video in this series. So if you have not watched the previous video, please watch for this continuity. I am giving this in my playlist. Please watch all the videos in my playlist. So if you are going to write the Azure Fundamental exam and if you are worried about how to crack this exam, then you are in the right place. I will help you to crack the exam. So these are the different certification provided by Azure. So I'm just giving a flashback of how many certification we have. These many certification, I have listed all the certifications over here. You can take any certification from the list. As a prerequisite for all the certification, Azure 900 fundamentals is rarely required to clear remaining certification. It's not mandatory, but for understanding the key concepts and the key components of Azure, you need to understand AZ 900, and it's very well good to complete the AZ 900 before you complete the remaining exams. So let's start the questions. So I strongly recommend to go through this link and understand the Azure concepts before you write the exam. So this is the continuous web series of Azure 900. This is the fourth video in the playlist and we are on the 46th question. So you need to manage Azure by using Azure Cloud Shell. Which Azure portal icon should be select to answer? Select the appropriate icon in the answer area. So if you logged in into Azure portal, you can see that the green color highlighter over here. There is one icon like this. So this is the icon you have to select for Azure Cloud Shell. So here we write all the scripts for resource management and all the other hands-on over there. Okay, so let's move to 47th question. You plan to store 20 TB of data in Azure. The data will be accessed infrequently and visualized by using Microsoft Power BI. You need to recommend a storage solution for the data. Which two solution should you recommend? Each correct answer presents a complete solution. Each correct answer is worth 1 point. So here answer is Azure Data Lake and Azure SQL Data Warehouse. So make a note of this and go through the explanation given below for a better understanding. So moving to the next question. 48. So you have an Azure environment that contains 10 web apps to which URL should you connect to manage all the Azure resources. To answer, select the appropriate options in the answer area. So this is nothing but what is the URL and what is the proper URL for Azure portal. So this is https double slash portal dot azure.com. So this is the answer for that. So this should not it's easily understandable, and if you have logged at least once in the Azure portal, you will understand this. Okay, so make sure you understand all these concepts before you write the exam. So 49th question. You need to identify the type of failure for which the Azure Availability Zone can be used to protect access to the Azure services. What should you identify? It's Azure Data Center failure. So Azure Data Center failure replicates like what is the failure? What is the reason for the data center failure? So the answer is Azure Data Center failure. So the answer is D. So moving to the next question, 50th. You plan to extend your company network to Azure. The network contains a VPN applicant that uses an IP address of 131.107.200.1. You need to create an Azure resource that defines a VPN appliance in Azure. Which Azure resource should you create? To answer, select the appropriate resource in the selected area. So in this, you have to select one of the option. The other correct option is local network gateway. So make a note of this. These kind of questions will be surely coming to your Azure exam. So make sure you practice well before you write the exam. 51st question. You have a virtual machine named V1 VM1 and runs Windows Server 2016 VM1 in the East US region. Which Azure service should you use from the Azure portal to view service failure notification that can affect the availability of VM1? So answer is Azure virtual machines. So by using that, you can understand which Azure machine went on failure. Okay, so that will be available in your notification. So moving to the 52nd question. So this is a kind of a series of question. So an Azure administrator plans to run a PowerShell scripts that creates Azure resources. You need to recommend which computer configuration to use to run the script. Solution: run the script from the computer that runs Linux and has an Azure CLI tools installed. Does it meet the goal? No. So the PowerShell, so you make sure that you understand this key concept. A PowerShell script is a file that contains PowerShell's commandlets and code. A PowerShell script need to be run in a PowerShell. So you underline this sentence, the PowerShell script need to be run in a PowerShell. Okay, so that is the key rule for this. So this kind of questions will be coming. So make sure that the PowerShell script it can be run on only in the PowerShell. Okay, so 53rd question. Moving to the 53rd question. This is also the continuation of the same question. An Azure administrator plan to run a PowerShell script that creates Azure resources. You need to recommend which computer configuration to use to run the script. Solution: run the script from the computer that runs Chrome OS and uses Azure Cloud Shell. Does it meet the goal? Yes, it meets the goal. So that the answer is A. So I have given the explanation over here. So here also the answer is the understanding is the PowerShell scripts need to be run on a PowerShell, and PowerShell scripts is a file that contains PowerShell commandlets and codes. So you make sure that you understood this concept very properly before you write the exam, and so that you will not fail, you will not miss this question. The same question, similar question for the next question as well. 54. An Azure administrator plan to run the PowerShell script that creates Azure resource. You need to recommend which computer configuration to use to run the script. Run the script from the computer that runs Mac OS and the PowerShell core 6.0 install. Does it meet the goal? Yes, it's meet the goal because you are installing all the softwares in the OS, so it will work. So the answer is A. Yes. So moving to the next question, 55. You have an Azure environment that contains 10 virtual machine and 100 virtual machine. You need to limit the amount of inbound traffic to all the Azure virtual networks. What should you create? The answer is one firewall, one Azure firewall will be required to do this. Okay. So moving to the 56th question, you need to view a list of planned maintenance event that can affect the availability of the Azure subscription. Which blade should you use from the Azure portal to answer? Select the appropriate blade in the answer area. So you use that help and support. The blade is nothing but the options within the Azure portal. So here you select the option help and support. So that's why they have selected it. So just please go through the reference as well. So 57th question. So this kind of questions will be very easy to answer. So just it's a correct the match the following. So if you are not able to understand few terms, you can you'll be having multiple options over there. There are four answer options over here and four answer areas. So you just need to correct the match the correct thing. Okay. So imagine you are not able to understand few thing. Fix remaining three. You will automatically get the fourth one. So you can use this method to clear all these questions. So first, what is Azure Advisor? So you have to find out an option. What is Azure Advisor in the right side? So I will select give the answer over here. First of all, I'm giving it one by one. Azure DevOps, an integrated solution for the development of code. So that is called Azure DevOps. Okay. Then Azure Advisor, a tool that provides guidance and recommendation to improve the Azure environment. That is called Azure Advisor. Azure Cognitive Services, a simplified tool to build intelligent artificial intelligence applications. That is Azure Cognitive Service. Azure Application Insights, monitor web applications. So these are the correct options according to that. So make sure you understood this before you write the exam. So moving to the 58th question, you have an Azure environment that contains multiple Azure virtual machine. You plan to implement a solution that enables the client computer on your premises network to communicate to the Azure virtual machine. You need to recommend which Azure resource must be created for the planned solution. Which two Azure resource should you include in the recommendation? Each correct answer requires answer 1 mark. So the answer is the virtual network gateway and a gateway subnet. So these two things need to be configured to whatever the question is asked, right? So this is the two answers, like a virtual machine network gateway and a gateway subnet. So make sure you understand this concept. Go through the reference material as well when you read this again. Okay. So 59th question. So again, it's kind of a drag and drop option. So I'm going to the answer. Azure SQL Database, a managed relationship cloud database service that is called Azure SQL Database. Azure SQL Data Warehouse, a cloud-based service that leverages massively parallel processing and quick run complex queries across petabytes of data in the relation database. That is Azure SQL Data Warehouse. Azure Data Lake Analytics can run massive parallel data transformation and processing program across petabyte of data. That is Azure Data Lake Analysis. Azure HD Insight, a open source framework for the distributed processing and the analysis of the big data sets in cluster. That is Azure HD Insight. Okay, moving to the 60th question. We need to identify which blade in the Azure portal must be used to perform the following task. View security recommendation, monitor the health of Azure service, browse available virtual machine images. Which blade you should? So again, I am telling which blade is nothing but the options over there. So the answer is monitor the health of the Azure service. That the options will be monitor. Okay, so this is this monitor, this marketplace advisor. These all are like some features within Azure. So you have to select for this requirement. Browse available virtual machine image, so it's marketplace is nothing but kind of a all the applications will be inside marketplace, like exactly like Play Store in Android. Okay, it's not going to install, you're going to configure everything in the virtual machine or inside Azure. That's why we are going to do in from the marketplace. View security recommendation, it's from advisor. So I have covered some 60 questions till now with my 4 videos. So I hope you understood each and every question thoroughly. Because this is like a break, because you have to thoroughly understand these 60 questions for the first set of questions, because I have covered all these 60 questions in the 4 video. Go through this videos twice too before you write the exam. I'm going to come up with again some 60 more questions. So if you are going through all the 60 questions, approximately I have some 60 plus 60 120 plus 50 more 40. So I have total around some 160 plus questions over here. If you are going through all this 160 question, 100% sure that you will be clearing Azure 900 certification. So please stay tuned to my channel for the upcoming videos and relearn all the video all the questions again until you understand. So I strongly recommend to go and refer Azure materials which is available in the Microsoft side. So thank you again, happy learning. Subscribe my channel for the upcoming